Cheers, welcome. This is a tarot oracle reading, and this is for a bonus reading for the full moon lunar eclipse on August 28th. And Capricorn, you are the star of this astrological insight. The underlying energy for this reading is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is talking about a cup of love coming in, possibly for you. The King of Cups is the most emotionally available of all the kings. He is sitting out there in the middle of all this rough water, and rough water in tarot represents volatile, mixed emotions, and sometimes it can represent being in the eye of the storm. So he, as I said, is the most emotionally available because he has learned how to control his emotions. This is the best energy to be in right now because we're in between two eclipse seasons here. One was on August 12th, and that was a total solar eclipse. And on August 28th, which is just a couple days away now, we have this energy of the lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. Super emotional time, emotional energy, and we're kind of in between those two eclipse energy, and the full moon in general is always emotional anyway. So this is saying contain your emotions, stay calm no matter what's going on, everything's going to be okay. This is the most traditional of all the kings. So when he comes in with an offer of love, it quite often is an offer for marriage, and it sometimes can be like just to take the relationship you're in to a new level. This also can represent your patriarchal line, so your father, your grandfather, the father of your children. You could be a father. This can represent also people that you look up to as father figures, your uncles, maybe male cousins and brothers. So let's see what else we have going on here. The top of the reading here is regarding the energy of the Pisces moon that's here right now. So it looks like there's been some challenge in relationship, but there's a new love coming in. And so that would represent this energy. So let's just see what's going on here. The Pisces moon, as I said, it's on the 28th here. And at the same time, there's going to be a total lunar eclipse. And the energy here with the moon, a lot of times the moon represents hidden illusions and secrets, energy that can be going on behind the scenes, and it quite often will come out. This is also a time of very high intuitive ability. So there's some sort of heartbreak here. This card has been coming out in a few of the readings because this particular eclipse is about discovering flaws in relationships, in particular love relationships, significant others, people who are in your inner circle, and dealing with the truth of the matter and making improvements in your situation. This card here, the Three of Swords, the Swords energy is talking about the element of air. This is your thoughts. The swords represent mental intelligence and discipline of your mind. And, when you look at that, you can see there's some heartbreak or, some forgiveness that needs to happen somewhere. This is really intense energy. But when you look at this card again, you realize that the heart is actually quite big in context to the swords. So this is something that you can recover from. And it's talking about, the heart is in the throat. So it can represent, someone who's afraid to speak their truth for whatever reason. And it can also represent gossip and slander, harsh words being spoken. Sometimes it can even represent perjury in court. And then we also have this third sword dividing two. And in romantic love, this can often represent a third-party energy involved. So this is talking about harsh words and a lot of maybe behind the scenes talk going on that you weren't aware of. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. Now this could be your energy, or you could be in this energy. You might have someone coming in and you are the Queen of Pentacles, or the Queen of Pentacles, or you're the King of Cups that's maybe interested in the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is representing the Pentacle energy. This is about lifestyle and, health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D world. it is shaped like a coin because it's about matters of the earth. And of course, if we want to purchase any physical matter on the earth, we do need to have money in most cases. And so this is talking about the Queen of Pentacles is known for being very resourceful with her money and her lifestyle. And so she can make something out of nothing, and she's admired greatly for that. She prefers quality over quantity. And she's not flashy with her money. She's not trying to impress people, and she's not purchasing designer this and that just to have it. This is someone who is coming from a legacy of wealth, generational wealth that's passed down from one generation to the other. When the Queen of Pentacles comes up, I always ask the question, why does she, it's good that she can be resourceful, but why does she have to be so resourceful? Is there something that we can find out here? Like, is there an inheritance that's missing or something? Is there something that that the Queen of Pentacles doesn't know about that is affecting her pentacle energy? And then we have the Lovers. And so this definitely, with this card in particular, could be talking about a new lover coming in. Now the sun is shining on this, and the sun is showing God's energy. The actual sun card in the tarot is considered the happiest card in the deck, and it sheds light on hidden illusions and secrets. So definitely, I feel there's something going on here that needs to be addressed for sure. But this could represent this new energy coming in. The cloud between the two lovers is representing that this is probably someone that you don't know, or if you do know them, there's someone that you haven't had a relationship with, not someone that you're taking back after having maybe a third-party energy or something like that. And this is like a divine partner. This is someone that really would be powerful for you to have in your life, you know, and you would be powerful for them. So it can talk. Sometimes in the old days, when the Lovers card, when tarot first came out, and this deck came out, this would be representing the energy of making choices about who you bring into your inner circle, not just lovers. So if you're not looking for love, then this definitely could be just people in your inner circle, or something to do with business, something you love to do, something you love to be. That's what the cups, they don't have to be romantic. They can be, you know, even you having more love for yourself after you find out some sort of energy or information. And so this is representing the hidden illusions and secrets that are held in this full moon. Now we feel this energy 3 days before and after with the full moon. And also this energy of the eclipse, it is percolating on the back burner for about 6 months. So it's like an energy that's always in the background, and you might be surprised, like it'll be around February, you know, when 6 months are up from this reading, and you look back at how much change has happened and all of the, you know, because of what was, or the information coming in here now. So we're going to take a look when there's a full moon. The sun is, the full moon is shining full, the energy of the moon, and the sun that is in Virgo in this case. And Virgo is directly opposite Pisces on the zodiac wheel. So this is called the opposing energy. Whatever the sign is directly across from you on the zodiac wheel has a huge effect. And because it's the sun, it's the Virgo energy is going to shed light on any hidden illusions or secrets on this energy. And as I said, this is a particularly, Pisces is a very intuitive sign and idealistic. This is very, you know, it's very intuitive energy and also highly emotional. So the Virgo energy can be really powerful here, because Virgo energy is about analytical critique and really being able to look at things from a, you know, a logical perspective. And that may shine some light on this situation here, so that you're not, you know, getting so emotional that you can't come to some sort of decision. Because this card quite often is saying that a potentially heartbreaking decision needs to be made. And so the energy coming in from the Virgo energy, when this, you know, when you look at things from a logical perspective, is the energy of the judgment coming in. Now the judgment comes in from the Most High, And this energy, you can see that the trumpet is blowing, and the ancestors are literally climbing out of their boxes. They're so excited. The descendants are waving to them from across the shore, and the judgment is it's talking about maybe something that goes back further, even to your ancestral line. Sometimes this can represent skeletons coming out of the family closet, and on a global scale it can represent like something happening in the big scene of the planet. And Pandora's box being opened, and a bunch of once Pandora's box is opened, the information just keeps coming out until it's through. You can't close the lid. So some sort of judgment is coming in from the spiritual realm, and it will be coming down into the physical. And then we have, okay, so this is someone who doesn't have an open mind, and that will often get you in this energy. So what this card is saying, we can see this person is, this quite often can represent a closed mind, being in the energy of this or that. And remember how I said that we had the eclipse season on August 12th, and the moon was a new moon in the sign of Leo. And that energy was all about love and individuality and what's going on in those special relationships. So there might have been some sort of information that your intuition was telling you, take a look at. If you think back to August 12th, if you can, that's not that long ago. Right now, I think it's the 25th or 26th. I haven't even looked at the date before doing the reading. But this is talking about someone, you can see that they're uncomfortable in this position. The body language here, she has her feet turned out. And this is talking about leaking energy from the lower chakra, from the base chakra, and your masculine and feminine energy. Uncomfortable in making this decision. And look at how the arms are crossed over the chest, protecting the heart. And also the right arm is holding the left arm back. So the right arm is representing holding the sword here, represents your logical side. And left arm represents your intuition. So her logical side is holding back her intuition. And the blindfold on can be talking about not really wanting to see the whole story because it's painful to look at. And so this is talking about needing to use your third eye and use your intuition. Your intuition right now is really super powerful in this energy of this eclipse and new moon. It has been very volatile though. We're caught in between, and it can be a roller coaster of emotions. So this is saying the swords here, they representing your mental intelligence and discipline of your mind. They are a double-edged sword. So one side is logic and one edge is your intuition. If you use both together, you're far more likely to find creative solutions to whatever the issue is. And you would be able to probably find several ways of moving forward out of this energy. And then we have the moon itself showing up here. So definitely this is talking about, we have a sun here, we have a full moon, and we have a new moon. This energy is definitely talking about the intensity of this full moon coming up here. And I've been feeling it, a lot of people are feeling it. So it's saying, be like the King of Cups and stay calm. Contain your emotions. Don't get yourself all worked up over what you can't control here, and recognize that the energy will probably on the 28th, it's going to sort of come to light, whatever is going on here. But definitely with Virgo opposing this energy, it's going to shine truth and light on any situation that was happening here. And this lobster is absolutely determined to get out of this emotional water and stay on his path. So this is talking about really wanting to move forward, but this dog and wolf are in his way. They're sitting right by the path here. and they're howling at the moon, and he's waiting for them to get tired and fall asleep or go away or something. He wants to stay in between these two pillars because he wants to stay on his path, and he doesn't want to get distracted by the energy that would be holding him back. So he's a lobster, so he knows if I go this way, it's going to take me forever to go around these pillars rather than just straight through. So the dog represents your domestic side of you and your own individual way, what you want, what you need, what's going on for you emotionally. And the wolf represents your wild side and your public image, your career, and maybe there's some sort of imbalance between the two that needs to be addressed. It feels like there's something going on possibly in a significant other relationship. But it feels like that might have been in the past, and it might have even been something that happened back whenever with your parents. We do have this energy, and this is definitely where we are right now. We're just about to move into another eclipse after experiencing one on the 12th. And this is saying that this isn't about romantic love, this definitely could be someone that you can look up to as a father figure that is willing to move forward. Look, he's got his right foot forward, ready to hand this cup over. And so if this isn't about romantic love, and this is more about a patriarchal figure that you look up to, that you can go to for advice, he might be handing you a cup of love to empower you to move forward in whatever it is that you want to do to get over this energy here. He might have information. This could be someone older in your family that knows what happened way back when and says, you don't have the story quite right. Quite often when we're children, we hear stories from the family, but we don't necessarily really take them in as like from an adult's point of view. And then we have this energy of having a closed mind, not really wanting to see it because you're afraid it could be too painful, and having to make a decision. And you notice she has her back to the distant shoreline there, and it looks like an island that she could go to. And this is representing like new energy that no one's an island basically. There's never only two ways, this or that. And this or that energy can be my way or the highway energy. Now that could represent your energy, or it could represent a patriarchal figure that is saying you either do it my way or out you go kind of energy. And perhaps there has been some sort of energy like that where you've been cut out of an inheritance or whatever because of you being in this energy and wanting to do things your own way. So for some of you, it could have something to do with that. But it also could be that this is, again, extending a cup of love to you to get you out of whatever situation that's causing this energy of you having to be so resourceful when you come from generational wealth. And then we have the judgment, and this is God's judgment coming down into the 3D basically. And this could be, again, an authority figure or someone that wants to offer you a cup of love, like romantically, because this looks like a lover energy. So it could be a win-win-win. You could be in an energy right now. There is a lot of romance and love in the air if that's what you're looking for. And if not, this could be a family member that, someone you look up to it doesn't have to be someone from your family, but someone that you look up to as someone that you can go to, that has love for you and wants to empower you to do what you love and to have the life and the lifestyle that you love. So let's clarify this for those that want clarification. It's still not one, whoops, I almost grabbed the wrong deck here. Okay, so I am using my Oracle Tales from the Vector, and this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And the numbers on these cards represent the paintings as they're listed in my gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. And I'll put them down in the description box below in the order they appear here. Sometimes they say a painting paints 1,000 words, and so it might give you some idea as to what's going on. You know, the Capricorn energy is very much disciplined, putting one foot in step of the other. And you can imagine climbing a mountain when you're a sea goat and you have the front end of a mountain goat, but you have a dolphin tail. So this is talking about, you know, this is a lot of ambition and getting consistent steps of action to getting where you want to go. But someone here has fallen into a karmic space of worldly and otherworldly desires. That's when you cherish someone else's destiny, or you want what they have and put energy into that instead. And that could be the reason why this energy is coming up. Now, unfortunately, sitting on this energy, it could be someone in your family that you looked up to as a fatherly figure, was involved in maybe this kind of energy. And, you know, it's different for everybody. So take it however it makes the most sense for you. We have the wand energy, that's 8 of Wands, coming towards this energy. So definitely, this can mean two things here. The wands are representing the element of fire. They're made of wood because wood fuels the fire. So this is about passionate action being taken. So I feel like after you go through, oh, why am I putting this card out here instead? Well, it wanted to come out for some reason. So I grabbed from the wrong deck, but I'll take one from here as well. Whatever, when something happens in a reading like this, then I always just go with it. So definitely this is talking about some passionate action being taken towards you that's caused this, and now you taking passionate action to make to have restitution here. Now what's going on here? Major transition happening in this situation. That's really awesome to see on here. The death card, in tarot, a lot of people get worried about it, but it's not predictive. This is talking about an end of one cycle and the beginning of a new. So the end of having to be so resourceful, getting to the truth of the matter, and making a decision and being able to take action on it. And this could be talking about launching some new energy, a new project with this new pentacle coming in, and it being really, really awesome. You know, something that you're really excited to doing. And it also can represent the energy of up to maybe even 8 different people trying to keep you in this energy because they want this pentacle instead. That's the energy that's coming in. And we have Temperance. So this is saying that you have been just devoted to staying on your destined path. And Temperance is quite often people consider that to be earth angel energy. The Bible talks about 144,000 chosen ones from God, sending them down to earth as like earth angel energy. And they have very high spiritual vibration, and their job is just to be the best version they can be of themselves and pour that energy into the earth to make it a better place and more fair for everybody. And this is talking about being devoted to your destined path. Regardless of what goes on, the Queen of Pentacles just is resourceful, and she stays dedicated to being on that path. It's kind of represented by this energy here. And I feel that this is talking about, because of this, there's these rewards coming in now of, you know, this new lover energy. And I feel that this is again stressing how important it is, because temperance means being patient and not giving in to chaos. And so again, this can the king might be here in the middle of this saying, stay calm, stay in the eye of the storm, like the King of Pentacles, or the King of Cups. That's the energy that's most beneficial for you right now. And then we have abuse of power. So yeah, like this could be an energy of someone in your inner circle that, and this is a karmic space that people can fall into, where they want something of someone else's. And that can also be on a spiritual level as like a destined path, and it's coming up here. But this is over with. You can't do that. You don't override God's plans. So the abuse of power is a karmic space that people can fall into. So it could be talking about someone in your inner circle that you thought that you could go to for advice, turned out to be someone that was abusing that power, and they have something to do with this energy. It's a hidden illusion or secret that is in this, that's being revealed to you at this time. And God's timing is always perfect timing. If you've been very patient and waiting for some sort of information to come in, I feel it's like, if it's not here already, if you haven't experienced this, you may be finding out. And it could be you're not quite ready to really get to the truth. So just allow yourself to recognize that the truth can be hard to hear sometimes, but the truth will always set you free. And eventually the truth always does come through. And we have the Hermit energy. So you may be isolating a lot right now, like just really going inward, doing a lot of prayer and meditation, and just wanting to get some resolution. And you may be noticing that your dreams and your thoughts are really intuitive, and like your dreams could feel very real, and people could be showing up in your dreams that are showing you, like, you know, dreams can be very symbolic. And sometimes it's even our ancestors wanting to, you know, to get through that that veil, to be able to send their love and let us know that they care about us from across the veil. And so the hermit goes up to the top of the mountain and he isolates himself there. So this, you might have decided, I just want to be by myself right now. I want to be able to figure out what's going on. I want to work through this and move forward. And it's working, because the hermit, when he gets the light of the North Star energy in his lantern, it shines on his rod, and then he comes down from the mountain and he knows, okay, now it's time to take action. Now I know what to do. And the light of the North Star is in the lantern represents you being on your destined path. And then we have the Earth Star energy. That's when you can really move into this energy of manifesting at a very high level what it is that you want. And I feel like whatever is going on here, it could even have gone way back, you know, because we do have the ancestors here, but they're very happy because they're cheering, like, yay, you're finally going to be able to manifest whatever this is that belongs to you. And then we have the moon energy, and we have the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio energy has really been coming up a lot in these readings. And it's talking about using your words and your ideas to unite people. Scorpio is very good with words, and it's the second most mature of the water signs. And their energy is very much being able to elevate themselves and others through using their words in beautiful ways. But they also, it's important to recognize that the Scorpio energy, they also understand the power of words, and it's represented by the scorpion, and so their words can really, really sting if they're in an energy of conquering rather than elevating. So I'm not talking about specific people when the signs come up in the horoscope in my readings. I'm talking about the quality of the state of being of each of the signs. If you ever get your birth chart done, you'll realize you have all the signs within you, and this energy is about really being able to elevate people rather than trying to conquer, and staying on your destined path. So in your own personal reading, like looking at this, you might say, no, Colette, there's a Scorpio involved. And that you will have to use your own intuition to figure out. My goal is to learn from the energy, and also if there's astrological influences going on, I feel that's why they show up in my general and collective readings. Thank you for your time and energy, Capricorn. The best thing you can do right now is just remain work through your emotions, but don't do anything impulsive or, react to the energy. It's not beneficial to do so. Be like the King of Cups, be in this temperance energy. I feel that this is moving into a new energy for you, and you'll see that probably, you'll start to notice a change after August 28th, when this full moon energy, well, it could take a while, because remember the eclipse season is like about a 6-month journey. All right, and thank you for your likes, your comments, and your subscribes, and I will be back with another reading for you soon. Bye for now, Scorpio. Or, sorry, I mean Capricorn, looking at this card.